Part two of The Real Mother Goose. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. This reading by Allison Hester of Athens, Georgia. The Real Mother Goose by Anonymous. Part 2. Banbury Cross. Ride a cock horse to Banbury Cross, to see an old lady upon a white horse. Rings on her fingers and bells on her toes, she shall have music wherever she goes. End of Banbury Cross. The Man in Our Town. There was a man in our town, and he was wondrous wise. He jumped into a bramble bush and scratched out both his eyes. But when he saw his eyes were out, with all his might and main, he jumped into another bush and scratched 'em in again. End of The Man in Our Town. A B C. Great A, little a, bouncing B. The cat's in the cupboard and can't see me. End of A B C. A needle and thread. Old Mother Twitchit had but one eye, and a long tail which she let fly, and every time she went through a gap, a bit of her tail she left in a trap. End of A Needle and a Thread. For every evil. For every evil under the sun there is a remedy, or there is none. If there be one, seek till you find it. If there be none, never mind it. End of For Every Evil. Cushy Cow. Cushy cow bonny, let down thy milk, and I will give thee a gown of silk, a gown of silk and a silver tree, if thou wilt let down thy milk to me. End of Cushy Cow. Seesaw. Seesaw, Margery Daw, sold her bed and lay upon straw. End of Seesaw. Georgy Porgy. Georgy Porgy, pudding and pie, kissed the girls and made them cry. When the boys came out to play, Georgy Porgy ran away. End of Georgy Porgy. Wee Willie Winkie. Wee Willie Winkie runs through the town, upstairs and downstairs, in his nightgown, rapping at the window, crying through the lock, "Are the children in their beds? Now it's 8 o'clock." End of Wee Willie Winkie. Robin a Bobbin. Robin a Bobbin bent his bow, shot at a pigeon and killed a crow. End of Robin a Bobbin. John Smith. Is John Smith within? Yes, that he is. Can he set a shoe? Ay, marry two. Here a nail, there a nail, tick tack too. End of John Smith. About the bush. About the bush, Willie, about the beehive. About the bush, Willie, I'll meet thee alive. End of About the Bush. 5 Toes. This little pig went to market. This little pig stayed home. This little pig had roast beef. This little pig had none. This little pig said, "Wee, wee, I can't find my way home." End of 5 Toes. 3 Blind Mice. 3 blind mice, see how they run. They all ran after the farmer's wife, who cut their tails with a carving knife. Did you ever see such a thing in your life as 3 blind mice? End of 3 Blind Mice. Simple Simon. Simple Simon met a pieman going to the fair. Says Simple Simon to the pieman, "Let me taste your ware." Says the pieman to Simple Simon, "Show me first your penny." Says Simple Simon to the pieman, "Indeed, I have not any." Simple Simon went a fishing for to catch a whale. All the water he could find was in his mother's pail. Simple Simon went to look If plums grew on a thistle, he pricked his fingers very much, which made poor Simon whistle. He went to catch a dicky bird, and thought he could not fail, because he had a little salt to put upon its tail. He went for water with a sieve, but soon it ran all through, and now poor Simple Simon bids you all adieu. End of Simple Simon. Dr. Foster. Dr. Foster went to Gloucester in a shower of rain. He stepped in a puddle up to his middle and never went there again. End of Dr. Foster. A little man. There was a little man, and he had a little gun, and his bullets were made of lead, lead, lead. He went to the brook and saw a little duck, and shot it right through the head, head, head. He carried it home to his old wife Joan, and bade her a fire to make, to roast the little duck he had shot in the brook, and he'd go and fetch the drake, drake, drake. The drake was a swimming with his curly tail. The little man made his mark, mark, mark. He let off his gun, but he fired too soon, and the drake flew away with a quack, quack, quack. End of Little Man. Jerry Hall. Jerry Hall, he was so small, a rat could eat him, hat and all. End of Jerry Hall. Lengthening days. As the days grow longer, the storms grow stronger. End of Lengthening Days. Diddle, diddle, dumpling. Diddle, diddle, dumpling, my son John went to bed with his breeches on. One stocking off, one stocking on. Diddle, diddle, dumpling, my son John. End of Diddle, diddle, dumpling. The Black Hen. Hickety, pickety, my black hen, she lays eggs for gentlemen. Gentlemen come every day to see what my black hen doth lay. End of the Black Hen. The Mist. A hill full, a hole full, yet you cannot catch a bowl full. End of the Mist. Miss Muffet. Little Miss Muffet sat on a tuffet, eating of curds and whey. There came a big spider and sat down beside her and frightened Miss Muffet away. End of Miss Muffet. Curly Locks. Curly locks, wilt thou be mine? Thou shalt not wash the dishes, nor yet feed the swine, but sit on a cushion and sew a fine seam, and feed upon strawberries, sugar, and cream. End of Curly Locks. A Candle. Little Nanny Etticoat in a white petticoat and a red nose. The longer she stands, the shorter she grows. End of a Candle. Humpty Dumpty. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men cannot put Humpty Dumpty together again. End of Humpty Dumpty. Pins. See a pin and pick it up. All the day you'll have good luck. See a pin and let it lay. Bad luck you'll have all the day. End of Pins. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I caught a fish alive. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But I let it go again. Why did you let it go? Because it bit my finger so. Which finger did it bite? The little one upon the right. End of 1, 2, 3. The Dove and the Wren. The dove says, "Coo, coo, what shall I do? I can scarce maintain two." "Pooh, pooh," says the wren, "I've got 10, and keep them all like gentlemen." End of the Dove and the Wren. Shall we go a shearing?
Old woman, shall we go a shearing?
Speak a little louder, sir, I'm very thick of hearing.
old woman, shall I kiss you dearly?